So clearly, if I were a retail CEO or an automotive CEO, or if I were running a large enterprise, say a bank, if I were to look at where do I start? What would you suggest, saying, okay, what kind of experiments should I be doing? Because there's a lot of talk around saying, oh, here is Gen AI, you start here, you start here. So is there a way in which I could, say that, hey, here is a roadmap that you need to try with all these, LLMs?
So I don't think there's a roadmap. That would be nice to actually have a roadmap, right? To go into a business CEO and say, hey, here's the roadmap for you for AI. Go do it. That doesn't exist. In fact, I see a lot of confusion and concern in amongst senior management. Like, we need to do something, but what do we do, right? So there's a lot of FOMO, right? We need to be doing something, because if we don't do anything, bad things will happen.
Or my board is asking me some questions, so I have to answer them. So let me put up some couple of slides and take it up there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is sort of, I think, where sort of senior management's creativity and imagination, really comes into the picture. I mean, to me, this is what I think leadership in the age of AI is really all about, like figuring this thing out, because there is no roadmap, right? No one's going to tell you what to do. I mean, I had this great conversation with Piyush Gupta, who's the CEO of DBS Bank,
correct.
last year, about, what are you thinking about with AI? And he mentioned a couple of examples, like use cases, where he said, like, we'd like to be able to predict when someone is likely to leave, right? Because talent retention is a big part of, effective management, right? Because when talent leaves the door, that can be debilitating, especially like really important, people who are important to the business. So we'd like to be able to retain talent, and so use AI to actually tell us when someone's at risk, which I thought was an interesting application. And then I asked him another question, which is, how about like using AI to actually capture the knowledge of people who may leave? So you can say, Swami was like an amazing Python programmer, right? I mean, he just killed it with all those implementations, but now he's gone and he's working for Citibank. How do we get virtual Swami to write some code for us in his style? I mean, imagine something like that, right? Where you actually have the ability to now retain knowledge in the organization, right? That previously would just sort of bleed out, right? To me, this seems like a huge opportunity, right? To sort of retain knowledge and just be effective, and just literally become a learning organization, right? It's like you just learn and retain and can reuse information over time. So lots of possibilities for how to to leverage AI, but no roadmap, but lots of interesting ideas.